Hey there everyone, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Xevoz Razorclaw battling figure kit. Xevoz is a line of figures that were released by Hasbro in the early 2000s, and the Xevoz line was a constructible figure kit. You could actually assemble the parts together to create a figure, and all the joints on the figure were ball joints. And you could actually mix and match the joints and accessories with other figures from the line, which was kind of neat. And the figures were really posable because of these ball joints. Now the Razorclaw figure here is part of the Meta-Beast faction. There were several factions in Xevoz, and the Meta-Beast was an animal-like faction. They had various creatures in their faction. As you can see here, he's already out of the package. He's been out of the package for quite some time now. And I actually have another Razorclaw figure, but that was also open. So I don't have any of the packaging for the Xevoz Razorclaw figure. Going over some of the accessories here, it came with assembly instructions right here, and folded out you can see a recommended setup for the Razorclaw. I say recommended because it always came with, like I said, alternate heads or alternate limbs, or if you wanted to import from several different sets. And it shows here a couple setups of the Razorclaw here on that, and also the application sticker sheet on there. And next thing we have here is a Battle Basics. The Xevoz had a gaming component which I never learned. This looks like a quick guide on how to play. And then you had a catalog of other figures from the set. They called it a data file. It's basically a fold out this way, showing all the figures from this particular wave of Xevoz. And the other side also had instructions on how to play the gaming component on here, a more detailed instruction sheet on how to play. And it also came with how to assemble and disassemble the joints, because if you didn't do it correctly, it was pretty hard to pull the joints off. You couldn't just pull it straight out. You had to actually bend it at a certain location to pop off the joints. And we also have a sticker sheet here. As you can see at the sticker sheet, it looks like the Meta-Beast faction was like a tribal type faction on here. So it's got different paw prints here. It looks like you got like feathers here and stuff. It's pretty neat. I never used the stickers on these because I always used my imagination to fill in the details, and I never thought of the Meta-Beast faction as a tribal faction, really. And as part of the gaming component, the Razorclaw came with these Battle Helix. It's called a Battle Helix. It's basically a customizable dice, and you actually can put it together. These end caps pop off, pull off, I should say. Here, let me pull that off here, off screen. And you basically line them up in these certain slots and put it together. And each set, or at least each basic set, came with 7 of what you call power glyphs, with the individual components of the Battle Helix here. But to create a complete Battle Helix, you only needed 6 of the 7. And I guess you can mix and match the power glyphs from the other sets as well. Going over some of the accessories which the Razorclaw had. It had this axe here, and it's got a peg where you can put it on the various peg holes throughout the body if you wanted to mount it onto there. Let me get, should show it in more detail here. There you go. Or you can put it in the Razorclaw's hands. And here's a sword right there. It's nice and straight on there. And also, the Razorclaw already had claws of his own, but I guess if he wanted to augment his scratching power, I guess he could use this power claw here. And he came with one of these, like a brass knuckle type of weapons, and this one's gold colored though. And it also came with, the Razorclaw came with various alternate hands. The one on the basic figure now has a pair of hands that are that can grip weapons. This one's opened, like an open palm type of hand, and they gave you two of them on there. And the creators of the Xevoz line, they'd like to put at least one humorous bit or accessory with each of the figures, and what they did with the Razorclaws, they included boxing gloves. So if you wanted to do some boxing training, I guess you can apply these onto the figure. I would think the Neo Sapiens would like these to use these more than the Meta-Beasts, but I think it's pretty funny on there. And I have also here one of the alternate heads. This one looks more like a wolf than what the basic figure head I have right now, which is like a cat-like here. And this one's a wolf, and this one has his jaw can actually open up on there. It's got a joint in there, a ball joint that you can move around. So I think that's kind of neat. And the next things we'll go over are the armor pieces. This is a chest piece here. That's pretty neat, and they're attachable through pegs. They just go through the peg holes in the figure. This is some sort of like loincloth covering on there. And then you got some shoulder armor here. It's pretty neat. And arm armor on there. And some leg armor on there. So yeah, this figure set comes with quite a few accessories on there. Taking a look at the figure in more detail, you can see here it's pretty generic in design, which is kind of cool, because if you wanted to customize it for something you wanted to do, it's kind of neat. It comes with a tail on there, tail section. Going over some of the articulation, the head does go all the way around. It goes way up and a little bit down. The arms go all the way around, they go out and in. Elbows, they go up and down, they rotate all the way around. The hands go up and down and rotate around as well. And waist, you can go down to the, not too much to the side, not straight back, but does go all the way around. The leg goes in all sorts of directions, left, up, down, out, to the back. Extreme articulation on there. The knees, they go up, to the side, whichever way you want to rotate around. And the feet swivel up and down and rotate all around as well. So as you can see, this is a very articulated figure, so you can get a really dynamic posing with these kind of figures, which is really cool. And I also like the mix and match portion of this. So, but that's my casual peek into the Razorclaw figure from Xevoz. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.